when you have limiting beliefs based on past experiences or something that was I guess taught to you that came down the pipe generationally, you can feel it inside of you. Like it usually starts as a thought like, oh, last time I did this, it had this result and it fucked me up. And you're like, I'm not gonna do that again. And that is what stops you from even trying to do it, even if the circumstances are different. It's a limiting belief, and inside of you it feels like fear, or it feels like anxiety. And I feel like for a long time, for me personally, I was not aware that I was operating that way. Like I felt the feelings and I thought the thoughts, but I wasn't aware that like I was moving in a way that didn't allow me to do more with my life. Because for a long time, like with school, I was like, man, school's not gonna let me be myself and dress how I want, and it's not gonna pay me as much as I can pay myself. That's the whole self-employed narrative, which I mean, may or may not be true, but every time I thought about the possibility of going back to school because I saw how it could benefit me, those thoughts and the emotions of like that icky shit came up, and that stopped me from like going through with a different path. And they say with the past, like the past isn't a cycle. You're not in a cycle. You're just creating it over and over. Whenever you're going through like the same similar situations, you're creating it over and over. Like you're thinking a thought, you're feeling an emotion, and you're acting out the same way because life is going to present you with like similar events based on what you're creating in your head, and it's going to come to fruition over and over again. Like if you're like, oh, I don't like when people ask me to do stuff for them, and your whole thing about it is like you feel like a block, you feel stuck, you feel like uncomfortable, you like you think of a text message over to send them to get out of doing it, and you end up doing it anyways, and it's like you're gonna keep getting those situations over and over and over until finally, I guess, either you change how you feel about people asking you so that you're comfortable, it doesn't make you feel negative, you just stay rooted in who you are, which is, I guess, it's like a positive. I think we're positive. I don't think we're just neutral. Maybe we are neutral, but we can lean towards positive or we can lean towards negative depending on what we want. And if we interpret a situation as negative and we create those negative situations, of course we're going to see it as negative when it keeps happening and we're perceiving it that way. But if you stop perceiving something as negative and you say, oh, this is positive. Perfect example, like niggas be like, yo, anytime I get money, something fucks up. Some random expense pops up, and it's like, be thankful for the expenses. Like, oh yeah, my car is breaking down. I'm grateful my car broke down. I'm grateful the way it broke down. I'm grateful I didn't die from it breaking down. You know, it's like so much shit to be positive about that we like, oh, like you trimmer away from, you shy away from, and you can literally just be positive and like, okay, I welcome that. I appreciate it. Thank you. And then from there, you just like, you kind of like cancel it out. So like anytime it happened to you, it's no longer like a negative feeling on you, like, oh, how am I gonna do this? It's gonna be like, all right, cool. Let me call this. And another like added benefit of just staying positive and neutral. Positive, I'm gonna say neutral, but if you say positive in the midst of a negative situation, you can see it differently. You can see, like, I got a perfect example. One time my car was breaking down. It was some weird shit was happening where the car wouldn't start, right? And I was panicking because this happened in the past, and I would just panic. I was like, damn, it's not starting. I don't have like the remote start button because I got lost it a while ago, and that's what you usually got to start. I didn't have it, and in the panic, no solutions came to me. I wasn't thinking. I was moving and like I was scrambling around, but nothing was really being done. And I realized, okay, usually when I'm like this and I'm frantic, it doesn't help. So I literally calmed down, and I was like, okay, what can I do? And I was able to like literally calm down and find where the fucking like alarm was and pull this shit out. I could have done that shit. I've always had like the knowledge and know how to do that. I could have done it at any point in time, but I knew I wasn't gonna be able to even think of that as a possible solution in a frantic state. Because like literally in a frantic state, I wasn't even thinking about what I could do as much as like, oh, I'm gonna have to pay somebody to fix it. I'm gonna have to bring it here. I'm not gonna have access to be able to go and get the things I need. Like I was just fucking panicking. That's what it is. When you're surviving, you're being negative, you're just panicking. There's no solutions in panicking. It's like the building's on fire and everybody's like, get out the way, and you're pushing niggas and like you're stepping on niggas when like if you was like being calm, it's like, okay, there's an exit right there. There's an exit right there. This fire isn't like fucking consuming this shit like this, so we could probably just split into two groups and just go out calmly and be straight. But you're panicking. And I guess that's the thing, is like, don't panic, because panic breeds more panic. And positive and clear thinking breeds more positive and clear thinking. You find a solution, because like the solution is on a frequency of being positive. Like being clear, that's like the frequency of like the solution. So when you stay in that mode, you literally can see that solution. But if you stay in a panic mode, all you get is panic. All you get is panic thoughts. All you get is panic emotions. And then you get panic actions. That's all you get from that shit. That's all negativity gives you. Is panic. Panic. Panic, bro. Panic. Stay positive, motherfucker.